What it is, Street Racing Geeks, down here from the Turbo Concept. Welcome back in Vehicle Legends. Around here for just map changes. Well, might able to get coming soon around here, but this is Halloween event. That's someone who just tried to steal my car itself. But where today, I'll be trying to get away as possible that somebody got any of these cells. And I'm not gonna be upgrading any more vehicles, but probably except for some sort of stock vehicles that jumped out of here as well. And where today, we're gonna be collecting some pumpkins for this Halloween event. Won't be over for just 16 days, and probably in another 6 weeks, I'll be gonna be trying to get all of the pumpkins as fast as possible before I won't be able to be so too late. Now let's just completely going anyways to 400 pumpkins. We're going to buy the hot rod itself for our very first time. Even first time that will be turned into a bad boy anyways. So let's just get all the way around for many more of the pumpkins as well. After finishing any races or collecting even more pumpkins, we're not subject to be forgotten anyways. So in a purple pumpkin, that will be getting a lot of them. And a lot is even possible by getting a lot as well. So into the tunnel, we'll be fine to see pumpkins as a little bit for one thing itself, for one thing. Over 200 miles per hour, I'm probably where thinking the pumpkin is. And I can see a purple pumpkins onto the right and the left onto the desert sites. So I'll be going to get a lot of pumpkins and many more locations we have to teleport. So everything is modernized, but looks like it's gonna be very much more big. Now collecting a lot of pumpkins is really possible and possible. I am gonna be very interested of many more pumpkins that I'll be collecting, and it's been pretty a lot of since then. I just completely flipped over automatically, and let's just get a lot of making more of these signs, and I won't be able to get for stopping for nothing. So we got a lot of pumpkins over here, and the beach itself for literally got any more pumpkins to do. And this is a lot of fun. Or maybe we're gonna be trying to get all races by using a 4x4 off-roader, and we're gonna be trying to get a little bit for itself for making more pumpkins. I think we're gonna be finding to smash it all. And then we're gonna be getting our hot rod for the first time, and it's gonna be making towards like really hard as well. And right down here, I'll be getting a lot of things as possible before Christmas. This isn't literally interested about for this thing. Before I'll be getting a Ford GT for this time. Until Christmas, this will be getting a little bit interested, but I'm probably gonna be using Driving Empire for now. But even for around for some sort of the pumpkins itself, for it's gonna be recently a lot, and we're ended up in the sea. Just it's gonna be making towards like this thing. So got a lot of pumpkins over here and over here, and it's pretty a lot of things to do. Looks like we got a lot of pumpkins, 379 pumpkins, a lot of these cells. And one of the last egg is gonna be going all the way up here. Oh dear, I remember. I'll be getting up into the parking lot, which is we found a little bit itself of a pumpkin over here. It's on the parking lot. That I'll be saw around if there's any kinds of video over here. That since Easter hunt, that we getting the last couple of eggs to do so, and once it's all completed to buy all of these cells, I'll be making to purchase them all. So it's time to teleport in throughout for many more races. We have waiting for players or any more like these things. We absolutely gonna be using for many of these things. The beach bash as the desert race starting soon. I think this is probably too late. I don't only think the off-road vehicles is only for use. And we cannot believe we got 381 pumpkins. We got it for today. Until 383 pumpkins, we got everything around here. We don't need to use even dirt bikes or any ourselves. And I got it even locked up here. Is this gonna be even some sort of madness over here? The desert race is officially open. So, I'm not very sure that waiting for players or starting soon. Before we're gonna be waiting a little bit for very much. Now, I won't able to take all the way for just like it's gonna be do professional. Let's try do something professional. Well, let's get all the way. I don't really think it is. And I'm pretty sure it was hard to find there anyways as well. So, let's just try to make towards like an old Ford GT or something. Let's just give ourselves a good go. And we just put ourselves into second place. That the Bugatti Chiron Super Sport is taking a hand of its lead. So we got our one pumpkin over here and in towards into the beach. I do not believe this guy is absolutely taking a little bit of advantage, but more advantage it is. But since I'll be catching up to this guy over here, and I'm not taking around for the second position. If he's gonna be revenging back in towards the 300 miles per hour, well, maybe you'll think it's not gonna be a good idea. It will be taking a little bit very much, and slow down. And I'll be taking a little bit as very much. I think he'll be taking revenge to our putting ourselves into second position. And finally it is. I'll be buying... Oh dear. Looks like it's time to use a Ford GT. But I can't find it. Maybe it's not over here. Maybe. I cannot believe that I'll use it in progress. I think I'm probably not yet. It's too late out here. So we're going to be testing our top speeds of the Ford GT. It's not really fast anytime soon. But since I got 430 pumpkins, we got collected a lot of them ourselves. It's time to give ourselves to buy for our first Hot Rod for the first time. But I'm unable to jump out of the vehicle. Now, it won't be gonna be making so much until I'll be buying so many vehicles or other stuff. So let's just completely buying for 400 pumpkins. We purchase for one limited time. And then up next will be 2 to go. And let's just give ourselves for a race. Let's give it for a test drive. And we got our second Halloween event completed. So the first thing, we started even for a matter big try to get a little bit for just a big block of monstrous like these things. This vehicle is unmodifiable and I'm not very sure. We're gonna be turned to vehicle into some sort of black. So I'll be turned to this music off. Wait, the music just completely turned off automatically. So the paint color will be about this, or a custom paint colors won't be able to get unlocked for this thing. So what about even more likely this? Not any more of these cells. That's gonna be called a black thing as well. I think there must be some sort of a background music. Let's just get out of here. And we're gonna be trying to move it a little bit away. But looks how we're gonna be trying to do some any race to do so. I'll be pretty sure to buy somewhere other hot rods itself for first time. I'll be getting an off-roader as well, very first time as well. So the next thing is we're going to give ourselves to give ourselves a test drive, and probably let's purchase here for 46, and I would be accidentally going to be exiting throughout for the dealership as well. So looks like we got our first pickup truck that will not subject to be favoriting for this a little bit longer. So looks like I'll be accessing around for the off-road selections about for this thing. The 4x4 off-roader is going to be accessing. First thing is the off-road race. So I am completely accessible with our motor vehicle. Looks like we're going to be doing for this first. And so on, we're going to be making towards like 2 laps. And well, what did I just going to be doing for ready to do? And the first thing we're going to be making towards to get all the way up here. And first demolition test is literally going to be doing so a little bit perfect around. So off-road vehicles only versus any class. And I won't be able to do that. We're thinking, but where are these chassis? And we won't be able to think. It's not very much, because it's just a 1-lap race. But all you have to do is slow down. It looks like there must be a finish line. 45 seconds without using a nitrox. Wait a second. What is absolutely going on with this thing? Passing a checkpoint is absolutely pretty missed. Oh dear. I guess I have to rejoin the game sometimes. Let's redo off-road race once again. Once I just completely reconnect about for this thing, but unfortunately it doesn't last for so long. Looks like I have to turn off the lights or on the lights as well. What on earth? I'll be stopping off this thing and we're continue to go. We're good to go, but eventually this isn't literally making towards much more sense. I cannot believe that I'll be jumping all the way to fly up over here. So eventually the pumpkin hunt had just failed away for just a little bit for this thing. The windmills has just completely stopped. If I just see the windmills are absolutely stopped anyways, unfortunately we cannot able to reconnect ourselves. Unfortunately it fails and cannot able to be for towards like to do so. It looks like we're gonna be finishing a little bit for just right, and finally we just completed it against 1. So 56 seconds and I'm gonna be doing this again. 1051 miles driven. We're going to give ourselves for a good choice. And we're gonna be towards like headed over for this time. And unlike these things, we're gonna be headed towards like the over 70 miles per hour. We just completed the jump. And I'm probably not sure that we're gonna be trying to make over for this jump. I cannot believe this isn't actually gonna be using so much nitrox over here. We didn't get that pumpkin over here for just a little bit for itself. One thing, I was all alone in about for this one internet connection, but unfortunately this isn't gonna be taking for set about for this very much until the comment says it's gonna be taking a very much. Wait, the checkpoint has been turned. So completed another 4 times as well, 41 seconds. Now next thing is we're gonna be doing a desert race for off-road vehicles only. I'm required for daytimes as well before I'll be even for changing the colors as well. So I'll be using as for getting more racings, and I'm not forgetting about those pumpkins that I'll be collect. So here we go. But looks like we're gonna be continuing to make things a little bit as fun. So as we just gonna be trying to make towards like these cells, we're hitting towards like these cells for a 5 gears, a group C reference. Now I should be able to get for cutting the corner and literally going to give ourselves a gateway for just about for 1 style jumps. and probably I'm not gonna be using some sort of a high-speed vehicles as well. So eventually we just passed one lap and we completed itself for its one time. But not that mention to using like this thing. So I'll be seeing the tropical dash, and it's time to get ourselves for medium races to do. Oh no, the wheels or some sort of windmills have been stopped. We're think that whatever we do, we're gonna be doing for an early off-road vehicles. The timer just stopped, and it's still continuing. That I can see some sort of a windmills are just keep on moving. Unfortunately, that will might able the subject to be reconnected because somebody is gonna be using another computer. Oh dear. It's absolutely for internet connection failure, so I'll be rejoining once again, but unfortunately unable to be rejoined. So, looks like we got a tropical dash has start. Wait, it's already start? It's been for 3 seconds that I have been waited for a little bit much. So there must be a sharp corner over here. I'll be starting to use nitrox anytime soon. It's the early morning of getting any pumpkins to do. So I'll be trying to running back. Whoa! So we just completely lost the checkpoint, and that must be the finish line. It is even over here. We completed anyways for some sort of track. It's a failure for about 47 seconds. Cannot finish under 40 seconds a little bit of one time. 2 times the pumpkins. The windmills are just almost currently stopped. But I will be checking the players, and I'm not pretty sure it must be the PS5 update. So the race has been start, and looks like we're gonna be doing for one more thing to do so. And it's because this is in nothing as anyways. This is not Asia, but probably it's in Hawaii like these cells, located itself for pretty once a time as well. So what I absolutely wanted to do is we need some kind of a faster off-road vehicle. Tropical Dash is even a lot more perfect than I just usually think. I'll be memorized of this thing later on, and that is all. We've probably never seen about for this anyways. But as you can see, some sort of the Hennessy Venom. It's a limited time vehicle that I never got this vehicle in the long terms. But I'll be heading towards into that some kind of a dealership as well. So let's completely turn off the volume. So I'll be making towards like loud like these things as well. I turn off the micro profiler, and things are not going to be very so well. So let's turn off, and we'll be seeing around the performance stats. Looks like our memory is too much, and the ping is just completely got to be so. Oh, sweet Celestia. Let's completely upgrade for an engine upgrades, like things around for the engine upgrade 4. That will be cost around here for 85,000. I don't really think so to lose my money. So looks like all-wheel drive is going to be equipped for itself, but I don't think so. I'm not using the off-road things. The drivetrain will be somewhere all-wheel drive. So looks like we're gonna be using a single turbo. So the naturally aspirated is over here. It's unable to be purchased here. The Pro Brakes, and I didn't see the windmills, and it's just completely stopped. Equipped a single turbo. A transmission will be improved transmission. Now looks like I have to exiting for this out, and let's just show the appearance. Where the paint will be the paint color as this. So looks like we're gonna be choosing around this thing. No paint materials whatsoever until it's completely loaded, and then it was already stopped. Since this pickup truck has been fully colorized and upgrade some improved performance and transmission. It's completed around because of these free stuff. Now let's just get back here again until we're going to be collecting for some more pumpkins as well. I don't need to use a little bit for an off-road suspension. Looks like we're going to be buying some purchase a little bit as well. So the good thing is we're completely purchased for the off-road suspension, but looks like we're going to be going for a height or a monster truck like this thing. So we're going to be wanted to say no, or some sort of monster truck, I guess. And I cannot believe this isn't going to be using for lift. It's time to use for a little bit lift as well. We purchased a lift and looks like we're completely ready to go with some engine upgrades. Look like this thing, and I'm never going to be using an improved transmission. The Pro transmission will be completely accelerate for this thing, and I should be able to need to do something engine upgrades to 135 miles per hour. I don't really think so. We just currently about to do its paint materials, and I don't need skins for anyways. We cannot use any time for a license plate. We're equipped for the California no plate as well, so probably we got all the states as just once. But looks like we're completely good to go, and unfortunately we cannot able to go out unless my internet connection is unfortunately not. I'm not gonna be pretty good. I was too confused about for this memory for a lot of these cells I lost. Got sweet a little bit for this thing. It's gonna be completely over it. So my connection is under mechanical breakdown. Looks like the suspension is absolutely pretty good on hands. We can't unlock doors, but I'm not good to go. This is offensive, right? If I just completely continue to go, unfortunately, it's unable to go until that's slightly disconnected anyway. So it's gonna be ruined anyways. Let's turn the volume up. So we're ready to go and see. We're just completely able to head it out. We got ourselves for a poor connection. A very poor connection is really hurting myself or one feeling of this thing. Now let's just completely go into jumping all the way out here, and as you can see, all of their cells and the players have been froze down, and not except for this thing. So if I just gonna be moved like this stock vehicle, I'm just completely good to go. No. The bad news is I can't continue to play for so long, but unfortunately I keep on lost my mind. It was all again, and then I'm unable to join around for this later on. I feel very horrifying for this thing. A little bit for many more of these things. So let's just completely get to go around for many more of these. I think we're just gonna be trying to sell that pickup truck anyways. So looks like it's gonna be pretty good to go in that server. This is horrifying to using around to cruise along with these cells. And how we're getting all the way around for one more thing. Oh geez. We're unable to collect some pumpkins even for our first couple of minutes of gameplay. That wasn't gonna be a few like these things. I feel so lost about my mind, and oh jeez. My internet connection is in mental breakdown or mechanical problem. Which is I'm about to leave, no choice. I'm unable to jump out of the car. Where's everybody? I'll be seeing for these players and the settings. Or let's just probably see the players. We got ourselves for a good roads. Looks like we're good to go. But unfortunately, it cannot be so slow. Even though I'm just going to complete move around all the way into the track as well. So Let's make it itself for a little bit of acceleration over here. I have to collect more pumpkins, even more. And more, I guess. Looks like we're completely good to go. And it will be resulting for a mental breakdown or resulting for a mechanical problem with that internet connection. So, even before more stress, and unfortunately, it won't be able to get all the way around. Which is, I got some sort of nonsense connection that somebody warns me about for my connection, and that doesn't gonna be pretty used like this thing. If I wasn't gonna be pretty currently in the United States, well, maybe I'm gonna be arrested a little bit for very much as well. I'll be getting more monies if we did something really fast. That must be a limited Bugatti as well. Until we just gonna be collecting more and more, I guess. It's been for 25 to 30 minutes of this video permanently, so it's been a lot of these days, and it's been a while that I couldn't able to play this game so much that I'll be accessing throughout for the Vehicle Legends after Vehicle Simulator is finished. Before that Vehicle Simulator is going to be deleted. Without Lamborghinis, that wouldn't be able to remember so much forever. So, looks like we're going to be reaching a lot of miles to 1058 miles driven. Before I sadly cannot able to be joining this game once again. Now 102. Looks like we need to find some more. And I'll be increasing the volume up to 5 and turning off the headlights off. Isn't this working? And probably it was gonna be saying yes. So I'll be ending up this video shortly, and we're never gonna be trying to make towards like this many other stuff and some sort of mini lad. Just commented me, we have to change connections around itself. Let's just teleport around to dealerships as well. So we're gonna be going to the off-road race I just completely purchased for this Halloween race. I'm probably not sure. The race is in progress and well, not subject to be thinking it about for this thing, and it's already too late. And because of only one thing is we're about to end up this video. And unfortunately it completely froze again. What is going on? What is this? Some sort of music is going on. We're gonna be end of this video immediately that I just completely buy our first pickup truck in Vehicle Legends. If we're gonna be saying to the end of this video, and I feel something is very weird going on. We do not able to reconnect is going on out here. I'll be signing off, and looks like I couldn't able to get hurt for so much.